I am here with episode 2 of the $1 Million Party Girl Show. I'm getting an echo. Hey, Rebecca and Danielle. So you guys let me know if you are hearing an echo. If it sounds okay on your end. And just super excited to talk to the Jilly Sue. You know you're famous.
Aw, I don't know.
Jilly Sue. Jill McCarthy. And we're going to be talking about one of my favorite subjects, personal branding. So, Jilly Sue, why don't you tell everybody about yourself? Because you seem not to have the echo.
Yeah, you sound good right then for some reason. Jill sounds good. Lynn's going in and out. Yeah, she just sounded fine. So, hey guys, happy Thursday. I'm so happy to be with you guys today. I think a ton of people are over here from my groups, but I have been following, you're the famous one. I've been following you forever, an amazing blog, tons of awesome information, but just a little bit about me. And you guys might see my cat walk right in front of this camera right now. He's like never up here. What is going on with us today, Lynn? So my name is,
dog sitting.
Pet Day, everyone. Pet Day Live with Lynn. So my name is Jill McCarthy and known to most as Jilly Sue. I started in direct sales about 15 years ago. I was a direct sales jumper. You know, I bought all the kits, hid them away, used the stuff, played office. I said I was that little girl who didn't play dolls. I had the fake phone and I always wanted to be a little entrepreneur, a little office girl. So I was in a horribly toxic relationship and I worked for my boyfriend, a very successful financial services company, and I was the compliance director. And also when MySpace came out, they knew immediately that social media was going to be big. So they said, here you go, you learn it all and you take care of all of our social media too. And so I hemmed and hawed and I was mad, and for the same amount of money, I had to do the exact same thing. What I didn't know is that it was a blessing in disguise. It's what I train all of my people, that anything thrown your way is usually, most of the time, a good thing, and it's to teach you something. And this is exactly what it was. So in between there, I wanted to have my own business. I thought he has everything. It's his business, his this, his that. And so I decided to join Pampered Chef. I don't know why, because I will never be a cook, but I thought I could learn, right? I'll never be a good cook. So I did it. I stood up there, and my Pampered Chef lady that I joined under, she's amazing. This girl can be cutting and whipping and doing whatever. I was a mess from head to toe. I was the girl with the flour on me and just didn't work. So I shoved that one aside and I jumped to, I think it was Cookie Lee. Tried that till I did a party and all the necklaces were tangled around me. And I was like, I like wearing stuff, but this isn't for me either. So then I jumped to, I think, 31, because I thought I love to organize. I'll try 31, right? And so I jumped to 31. And by that time I was like, my family and friends are going to kill me. And that's when I found my current company now. And I fell in love with it. I had a big Great Dane. I started with Scentsy, and I thought, this is perfect. I just plug it in. There's nothing I have to do. No one can be bad at that, right? You plug it in and you just smell. So that's what happened. And I'm at the top level of Scentsy currently. And one thing that I knew was I had to still work my current job. So I thought, all this social media stuff I'm learning, I'm going to kind of intertwine it with this direct sales business, because it's a new age, right? You know, everyone back in the day was so good at either calling or going door to door. But if I can talk to everyone online, why can't I twist the two together? And I got a lot of backlash. Me and Lynn were talking about this before, that everyone was like, you can't build relationships online. And I thought, oh, yes, I can. We're the rebels. I thought, oh, yes, I can. I totally can. I'm going to show you. And it was a long process. Why? Because you guys know, following people online and trying to learn all this stuff, there's a huge learning curve. Huge. You cannot learn all of these platforms and how to build relationships and personal branding overnight. And so I started to learn about everything, found some really amazing mentors. Again, with that job, they paid for all of my training. I was like, what? I got blessed with the fact that they said, find the best in the business and we'll pay for you to go train with them. So that's what I did. I latched on through a tweet to Kim Garst And she taught me really, she took me under her wing because she started in direct sales a long time ago, taught me really everything that she knew. And within her training, she said, you know, why do people call you Jilly Sue? And I'm like, oh, I know, I hate it. It's so babyish and girly. And she's like, no, it's a branding genius. And so before that, my boyfriend at the time said, you should buy the URL, buy the domain name for that. I said, whatever, go and buy it. I'll never use it. And so through all this, as I started to learn about branding and standing out, Jilly Sue, the one thing that I hated was the one thing that made me different than everybody else. It was the one thing that made me stand out from independent, blah, 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 blah. And so that's kind of the story in short. That's where it all came from. That's where my name came from. And from that, I just continued to learn and embrace all the platforms and grow my group. And as I got to the top level and within training with Kim, she said, you know, you're blessed with this training, and what a great way and, you know, ability to help others. And that's kind of how everything formed. I just started training other people and helping them, knowing that most of us, when we start this, don't have a big budget. We don't have the amount of money that I was blessed to get. So I took that blessing and just kind of turned it around and started helping people. But I also felt it was super important, like you, Lynn, is keeping my direct sales business, because how can I train people if I don't know what people are going through? So it hasn't been easy, but that's kind of how the branding of me stood out. You know, people are going to remember Jilly Sue, the Scentsy girl, rather than Jill McCarthy, independent, blah, 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 blah. That kind of blends in with everybody. And that's where I started embracing personal branding and kind of started showing everybody else what it is.
Yeah, and it is genius, by the way. Yes, and if the viewers are new to $1 Million Party Girl, that's my brand, my company that I created.
Oop, we lose her.
I hear the echo. Oh, the echo just came back. So let's talk about personal branding. And just like you said, you know, so many direct sellers, they kind of, it's like fill in the blank with your company / lady, right? Mary Kay lady or girl, lady or girl. And then you have no identity. So many times I'll talk to people that shop at direct sellers and I'll say, oh, well, who's your consultant? And they don't know.
Right.
They have no idea. They have no customer loyalty or identity. And so one of the things I talk about in my book is not to be a, you know, hater on the ladies, but you are lumping yourself in with 50,000 or how many in your company. And that's why personal branding is even more important to us in direct sales and network marketing. So what exactly is personal branding? If you look it up, there's like a zillion definitions. Do you have a clear definition that you like?
I do. I love the definition that I learned a long time ago to make it easy. It's basically your personal brand is who you are, what you stand for, and what you want your message to be. That's basically in a nutshell what it is. You don't need any long definition. And then your company is an extension or your vehicle to provide that message. That's all it is. It's really, and then when you go, oh, who I am, what I stand for, what my message is, you really only need to ask those 3 questions. And so when you think about it, you just break it down. Who you are, you know, are you a mom? Are you this? Are, you know, whatever you are, what you stand for. You know, my whole thing, if I use me as an example, mine was, I'm Jilly Sue. I'm lover of, you know, I'm single, proud to say. Some people I used to think looked down on me because I wasn't married, didn't have kids, but I thought to myself, they don't know my story. So there's plenty of people out there that I can help. So that part doesn't matter. So I was single. I loved my dachshunds. I'm fanatic about pink and glitter and sparkle and girly stuff and social media and tech. Like I wrote all of that out of who I am. And then what I stood for was financial independence, because if you heard my whole story, you'd go, oh, okay, I get it. Confidence, believing in yourself. So that's what I stand for. And then my message was telling every direct seller out there that you can be whoever you want to be, that you don't have to be defined by your situation, that, you know, you're not a victim. There's ways for you to jump stone to stone to stone to get where you want to be. That was my message. So then if you look at my brand now around Jilly Sue, you'll see pictures of my dogs and my branding. You'll see pink everywhere. You'll see Girl Boss this and Girl Boss that, because what does Girl Boss say? Girl Boss says like, hey, I'm a strong, confident, financially independent woman, and I can move mountains and change the world. And so that's my personal brand. And if you look at Scentsy, for example, that is nothing like, I mean, that's nothing of what Scentsy's message is. It's completely different, which theirs is amazing, but that they're my vehicle to get my message out there. And that's exactly what they've done. So your personal brand is completely different. And I think a lot of you, if you get 3 sheets of paper, this is what I tell people, write it out. Who I am, what do I stand for, and what is my message? And then if you're with Party Light or Tastefully Simple or 31 or whatever it is, and that's your passion, that's your vehicle. If you don't feel passionate about where you are, that's a whole totally different topic. And that's where you have to kind of think about if you want your vehicle to change. But your message and your branding can stay the exact same. And that's what's cool, guys. If you're not with the right company, but you do your branding on point, you can be with any company. You just find a different vehicle and you'll have that brand loyalty, that customer loyalty, and they'll move with you in whatever vehicle that you find if you do it correctly.
And as you can see, Jilly Sue and I connected because we both love me.
Exactly.
And, you know, yesterday was International Women's Day. And I think, you know, part of it is saying as women, we need to help other women. Here's Jilly Sue and I connecting together, like-minded women, women helping women. I don't see her as, you know, competition. And she doesn't see me that way.
That's so awesome that you say that. There's still, I mean, even in our field of coaching, there's so much clawing and where I don't get it. I feel like if I give back, and you too as well, like whatever's in your head, if I can share it and help someone else and inspire someone else, like I just think about where I was before I trained with Kim and before I connected with people like you and the Scent Share ladies and all of those people. I felt so alone and felt like no one would help me and like there was no out. And when I started collaborating and realizing, you know, what Kim said to me, there's enough business, there's millions of direct sellers out there, there's millions of business owners out there. And if you collaborate together, think about how many more people you can help together. So that's so true. It's just, I hate the clawing and the cutthroat stuff for sure. Collaboration is where it's at.
And that's how you grow your business, right?
Exactly.
Look to see who you can collaborate with. All right, so let's talk about that. Was great tip on really developing your personal brand. Missy's asking, what were those 3 things? Can you just repeat that one more time?
Who you are, what you stand for, or what people will be reminded of. A great question, I see it, and I can tell it's come from people that I've asked, is go on Facebook and say, when you think of me, what do you think of? And people will put like your company, outgoing, you know, and then use that as your list. So it's who you are, what you stand for, what you're about, and what you want your message to be.
Perfect. And ask your customers too.
Yeah.
You know, ask, you know, how does it feel when you work with me? You know, they're a great focus group, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So let's talk about developing your online presence, which is one of the things that you really have done to stand out. What is some advice that you have for direct sellers to be consistent? I know there were red dots all over Facebook the other day.
That is my community team of girls that think so amazing of the group, and it's helped so many people that they want to give back to. So I have a group of community managers there, and they really push for authenticity and originality. And because guys, the thing is if we continue to just copy and paste everything online, we just blend in and we look spammy, and we want to be anti-spammy. We want to let people know online that direct sales isn't icky. And a lot of people have that misconception, and that's because they see the same flyers and the same post, and that is the exact opposite of personal branding. So some of the things, you guys are so lucky. In 2009, when I was trying to create a brand, I had to fight with Photoshop. I had to figure out what Illustrator was, or I had to be robbed by people that were trying to make me pay for graphics and things like that. You guys have amazing, you have this entire phone full of apps that will help you, which is amazing, right? Your phone, and then of course, and I know some of you are gonna cringe, but Canva and PicMonkey are like gold, golden tickets. We've heard it start with PicMonkey. And here's what I'm going to say to all of you that say, I don't have time for graphics. I don't have time to create stuff. Guess what? You are the boss of You Incorporated. And that means you are human resources and you are IT and you are every department in your company. And that means, girlfriends, you need to add marketing. You need to add marketing as a department in your company. And that means you need to calendar out some time and learn PicMonkey and learn. They have amazing tutorials on YouTube, amazing tutorials within their own platform. Take a half an hour a day and learn how to do simple graphics on your own. And then you can create, I mean, Canva, you don't even have to do sizes anymore, sisters. It's all right there. You pick the timeline cover, you make a flat, solid background, put your name on it, put independent, blah, pick some colors that resonate with you. And then just your brand starts forming from there. And it won't be perfect. I tell my girls all the time, your personal brand continuously evolves. Your logo might change, your look might change. I started off, and you guys remember, even 5 years ago when the little cartoon of people was popping up everywhere. Everyone had a cartoon or an avatar.
Yeah.
And so I said, okay, that was good. I'm going to stop it now because the only thing people can't copy is a picture of me. So if I do pictures of me, there's only one of me. So if I put my name with a picture of me, then it'll work. Now, if you're not that far to figure out how to, you can take easy photos. These cameras are unbelievable. Take a picture against a white back wall, find someone in your social media world that knows how to cut it out, throw it in Canva, and boom, you just created your personal brand.
Go to Fiverr.
Yeah, Fiverr too. Yeah, of course. In the beginning, I used Fiverr for everything for $5.
Fiverr 2 hours.
Yeah.
.com. You can pay people $5.
Exactly. And you'll change it. For $5 more, you can have someone else do another logo with just your name. I think a big part of it is a lot of people make it so much more complicated than it has to be. And then when they get trained, they're like, that's all you do? That's it? I'm like, seriously, sisters, it's yoga pants from the waist down. You know, it's all like... So, and then it's just a matter of, you know, maybe creating 5 or 6 graphics on a Sunday and then scheduling them in cool tools like ScentShare. And then you do that every week and you make it a part of your system instead of kind of chasing your tail. I see a lot of direct sellers making one graphic, posting it immediately when they don't realize they can make 5, 10, 15, save them in your phone, schedule them in ScentShare or post them on the go. And you have your marketing department working and moving. So those are my best quick tips. But you have to stay consistent, which is key.
Yeah. And Canva, there's an app for Canva now. So if you make it, even if you go to your desktop to make your graphics, they'll show up in your phone in the app so that you can grab them there. What advice do you say? So I see a lot of direct sellers using maybe the company logo as their profile photo or a back cover of, you know, it looks like a store on the personal profile with all the products. So
it's really hard for direct sellers to not fear that if they don't shove their company down their customers' faces, that they won't know what they're doing. That is such a fear, and that is not the case. I'm going to let you guys in a little secret that you probably don't know. Facebook is like National Lurker Society. People know what you're doing. If you have your fan page or your business page linked to your employment section and someone lands on your page, they're going to go looking at what you do. You do not need to be a walking store. And here's the thing, your company has millions of dollars of investing in their own marketing department. So that's their marketing. You need to do your own. And if you go look at mine, I always put the logo of my company, like I do it faded, almost whitewashed, so that you can't see it. So you see my branding, Jilly Sue, and then in the corner, you might see, okay, here's Jilly Sue, here's her brand, and in the corner, way down here, you'll see the company logo. Then you say, oh, that's her vehicle. If it was Party Light or Pampered Chef, I do the same thing. You know, get the logo. Your company usually provides what logos you can use. You get it in a PNG, which just means it's transparent on the back, and you can put it anywhere. And I put it right in the bottom so that they say, okay, there's Jilly Sue. She's direct sales leader. I don't put, you know, independent consultant is already in my title because my company requires that. So mine says direct sales leader and virtual or social media coach. And then my vehicle is Scentsy. So that's what you guys should really do. People do not want to be marketed to, which means they don't want you constantly shoving your company in their face. They want to kind of glide in and see what it is and then say, oh, what's that pretty candle thing you're doing? Or what is, that shake that you've been taking? A lot of before and afters. I do a lot of my own pictures of where I put my product. People can't copy those, guys. People
Yeah.
can't take those. If you do your own stuff and you have something that we haven't had ever, like a unpaid commercial in the palm of your hands, and that's Facebook Live. Nobody can copy you. So go live on your business page and your VIP groups. I'd say occasionally in your personal pages. I wouldn't do personal page lives a lot because you don't want people to unfollow you and be like, she's talking about that stuff again. But every now and then you just want to, Gary Vee's book is perfect. The jab, 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 and then right hook, which is your journey, your journey, your journey, and then the sale. And it's so true. You don't want to post all your business stuff because people just don't want it.
Yeah, and people connect with people. Not
exactly.
Logos, unless you're Nike.
And that's another thing too, is your personal profile should be your beautiful face. We love your kids and we love your puppies and we love your family, but once you start a business, your profile picture needs to be you because people want to know who they're doing business with.
Yeah, if I see somebody's baby, I don't know, did I get the right person?
Yep.
So many people have similar names, and I'm like, is it her? I don't know.
Exactly. Yep. Smiling faces. Cheese.
Yeah. Georgina's saying link employment section on personal page. And yeah, that's how you link your business to your personal page. Just make sure you've linked to your business page and not your company.
Oh, I'm like, why are you sending people to your company?
Or
you don't work for Scentsy. You guys work for yourself, which means you have your business. Your company is your vehicle. That's an easy way to remember it. So you want to link to your business page because you want people to do business with you, not start searching around your company's page. So true. That's a big money loss for some people because once they start searching on your company page, they'll start looking for a consultant in their area.
Yeah, that should be your homework. If you guys are watching, hover over your about section and look to see where you're taking people. You might be surprised.
Oh, I lost you. Oh, there you are.
It's still echoing, but Be Live TV and still in beta, so we got to deal with this.
Lost her again.
Me?
There you go.
Oh, yeah, it is going out. I think so. I don't know. We've got a couple minutes left. Where can everybody find you? I mean, I know you have a lot of people in your group here, but they might not all know you. So
when you brand good, the cool thing is when you just look Jilly Sue anywhere, you guys will find me. Socialsupergroup.com is my free community for everybody. And I know a lot of my people are over here, so I'm sure they'll connect with. This is a great thing about collaboration is like all the groups get to intertwine and learn more. So if you search anywhere, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, Facebook, just type in Jilly Sue and my face will pop up.
Google her. She's like 10 pages, probably 20 pages deep. Missy thinks she has it set up right.
Yay!
Yay! Haley from the chair watching too.
Oh, Haley, we love her. And that's another thing, guys. I mean, a big thing that I tell my team all the time is consistency, originality, and authenticity. And it is impossible to try to do your branding and your graphics one by one. Use amazing tools like ScentShare. Take a minute. Their tutorials on YouTube are super easy. I have tried every scheduling thing out there. Hootsuite, Buffer, you name it, I've tried it. Theirs is just simple and easy and was created for us. And the coolest thing in there is all of your graphics stay right within ScentShare. So you don't have to find them again. You can just go to your history and repost and reschedule. If you haven't invested in something like that to try to take some stuff off your plate and really get your branding out there, you really need to consider it. It's one of those things that is a investment must for sure.
Yeah, and it connects to Canva.
Yeah,
we love that. All right, well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Sorry for the echo. What can I say?
It happens.
That's live. But thank you, Jilly Sue. This has been awesome. I so appreciate you. The $1 Million Pretty Girl Show. This is a new show. every day, 4 o'clock. Hopefully, Be Live TV figures out this echo problem.
They will. And we'll be here. We'll come tune in every week. We love you, Lynn.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You guys can find my blog at milliondollargirl.com.